On the Coaches Show, Owatonna boys hockey coach Josh Storm. It's nice when Owatonna can beat John Marshall and Mayo in the span of less than a week. Did so with a win over John Marshall, a 3-2 win last weekend, and then a 4-2 win over Mayo. That JM game, pretty exciting contest to win back on Saturday night, Josh.
Yeah, it was a great game. I thought our kids were phenomenal. It was a nice answer after a disappointing Northfield game. Kids worked really hard. They were extremely physical, and I don't even think that the score necessarily dictates how the play came out. When we were breaking down film, it came out to 18-8 on scoring chances for compared against. It was a really strong game for us.
What was the reason for that? What did Owatonna do well from the get-go on Saturday night?
It was a lot of effort. We did show a lot of video from our Northfield game before that one on forechecking and kind of playing with intensity. And one of the things when we're playing well is we finish our checks. We don't have to crush people. That's not necessarily the goal, but we want to finish our checks. And it's amazing how many times you finish your check that it can lead to scoring opportunities later down the line. And we really finished our check rather than kind of curling away from checks. And our forecheck was very good that day. Our first two guys were going really hard to their defensemen and taking the body, and our third guy was arriving at the wing right when the puck got there, which led to a lot of offense. Our penalty kill was unbelievable once again, and I think that's 6 games in a row without being scored on, and that includes 3 5-on-3s. And, our kids they were really engaged and had a lot of energy.
Tyler Wenzel seemed to be a man on a mission that day.
Yeah, Tyler's starting to come along here. He's puts a lot of pressure on himself to be successful and score a lot of goals for us, and he really came out of his shell a little bit against JM. Had another nice one against Mayo. So, Tyler is one of our better hockey players, and he's really starting to play well and score some big goals.
So a 3-2 win over JM. What was the key to the 4-2 win over Mayo on Thursday?
We just kind of grinded it out. It wasn't as pretty of a game. We just didn't seem like we had the same zip, same jump that we did on Saturday night against JM. But we kind of grinded it out and, dealt with quite a bit of adversity, even getting scored on a 5-on-3, which just doesn't feel like it should happen. But our guys bounced back nicely. I think we outshot them 14-1 in the first period, and they got a fluky goal that hit our skate and went into the goal somehow, and we ended up tied 1-1 after one period. And the second period was kind of penalty-riddled a little bit, so that was kind of an ugly one. It was an ugly game in general, but we had enough in the third period to pop 2 unanswered goals and take the game. So it was, one of those resilient wins we had.
In that third period, I believe it was Braden Meyer and Nate Smith that scored the goals, and Adam Raymond and Tyler Wenzel earlier on. Any of those goals stand out, or plays that really were a good swing in your direction?
Tyler Wenzel's 5-on-3 goal was a nice one. Okay. Good shot. I think Nate Smith had a really nice goal where he cut to the middle. And Adam had a really hard-working goal in front on a rebound on the power play. And as far as Braden just took a kind of a strange shot from the corner, and it snuck by somehow. We kind of all looked at each other like, how did they even go in? But, with that being said, I thought Braden had his best game as a Husky. He was flying around the ice, and he was definitely the most engaged player we had. And he was winning battles, outworking guys, back-checking hard, and he was phenomenal. I'm just really proud of him and the effort he put out that night.
How has the defensive side of things developed, considering you lost a couple of 4-year guys off of last season's team?
It's coming along nicely. Mitch and Johnny, so Mitch Weiss and Johnny Swenson have been strong. Mitch is starting to become a force, in my opinion. I mean, he's so strong, and he's built, and he's so coachable that he figures things out real quick. His shot's coming along, and he's starting to really pound the puck, and he's starting to become a big-time player, in my opinion, in the Big Nine. Cam Trout has really stepped his game up, and Walker Nelson, they both played for us last year in lesser roles, and both are, every other shift out on the ice right now, and they're doing a really nice job. And then Mason Olin's kind of sliding into the 5th spot, and he's getting better every single day here, and he's pressing those other two. And I've been, it was the area I was very concerned about coming into this year, and the kids have really just got better every day. They've bought into improving, and they really have.
The week ahead, 3 games in a pretty short amount of time. Faribault, Rochester Century, Red Wing. What's a little scouting report on those teams for the upcoming action?
Faribault's a young team this year. They got one player who's a little bit more veteran, and that's Teskey, who's a good hockey player. It looks like they're struggling a little bit, but, with our team being what it is, we have to show up and play the right way every day. We don't have enough offense to just kind of go through the motions. If we're not playing hard and physical, we're going to struggle with whoever we play. But with the same token, if we do that, we can compete with anybody, in my opinion. So Century is going to be a big game. They lost to JM by 1 last night in a very similar game to ours, it looked like, and that's the next biggest game of the year. We're trying to get a home seed and kind of fight, make that Farmington win kind of sit with us and help us out here at the end. And we got to take care of business. We got to play really good against the Rochester schools. And then Red Wing is a team that's coming on. They have good goaltending and some decent players from last year, and they've been having a nice year. So, we got 3 competitive games, and we're going to have to be ready to go. 3 in a week is not an easy thing. So hopefully we can come out and be focused all week.
All right, Owatonna coming off a 4-2 win over Mayo on Thursday, beat John Marshall last Saturday 3-2. Josh Storm for the Huskies. Things are sailing along well. Good luck in keeping it going to you and the guys.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right, Coach's Show, KRFO Radio.